Hello one and hello all and welcome to another crafting adventure where today we are not looking at nanoblocks. Now, in the past you may remember I have done these before. They are quite expensive here in Japan, but today I have found the cheaper version brought to us by the wonderful people at DAISO. Yes, 5 packets of these are actually cheaper than one of these. So I want to know, why are they so much cheaper? What's the quality like? And well, what is the final product like? I have bought a selection here. We've got 2 train ones, which we're not going to do. Instead, we're going to look at the dinosaurs because they perfectly match the origami videos I recently posted in a strange coincidence. I'll put a link in the video here if you haven't watched them. But yeah, we're going to take a look at these and see what they look at. And I'm also joined by my good friend Mayumi. Say hello.
Hello.
And she's going to help me build these because, well, they got lots of parts and it looks like they're going to take quite a while. Now, before we get started, it is important to take a look inside because with nanoblocks, you always get some very clearly printed instructions. It's a resealable bag and you occasionally get a few spare parts as well. I want to know if these are the same. So I'm going to choose one, open it up and show you what's inside. Okay, so I opened the Pteranodon. Is that what it is? Pteranodon. Okay, so the P is silent in these. But also, I did notice these are called Petit Block in the English letters, but Puchi Block in Japanese. So that doesn't actually match, but you know, you get the idea. Petit is small blocks. Small blocks. And inside we do have our full color instructions printed on very good quality paper, very similar to the nanoblock ones, with illustrated guides on how to build it, which is wonderful. Also, you get the parts all wrapped up in a lovely little plastic bag. And let's take a look. Find out what these parts are actually like. How is the quality? Well, the plastic feels fine. Do they go together well? I would say they are better than I thought. They're not quite as good as... Oh, actually... No, they are pretty good, although I'm never going to get that off through the camera. They are pretty good. They go together quite nicely. They're not going to fall apart by just picking them up. So that is a positive. So we've got good parts and we've got good instructions. But we also need to find out how easy they are to follow. So we're going to try doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stages, find out how long that takes, and see what it looks like halfway done. I will be back at that time. First 5 stages have been complete, and we have Pteranodon's wings and head. I will say, these are actually pretty good. They are posable, which I'm very surprised at. Most nanoblock sets are not posable. However, the instructions are not the easiest to follow, even though it just shows start at the bottom, build up, build up, build up, build up. Sometimes you have to put the top layer on before you can attach the bottom piece, so you do have to be careful with that. If you've made a lot of nanoblock sets in the past, that's not much of an issue though. And then you have to be careful with some of these instructions because, well, it's not clearly indicated that you need to leave spaces between each part and stuff like that. So take your time and it's not too bad. Although if you have never done it before, even, getting through the first half of these can be quite tricky. The instructions are a little bit unclear at times because they've kind of kept them as short as possible. So yeah, I would recommend taking your time as... my friend here took a little bit longer than I did to finish. I had a little bit of trouble of knowing exactly where the pins go, just because there's a lot of precision pinning, I guess, on these. But that's fine, that's fine. We're going to find out what the final thing looks like soon. I will say the parts do stay together very strongly. Even when they've only got the 1 pin like on the hands here, that's not going to fall off anytime soon, which is great. In the past, nanoblocks, particularly necks and things of some animals, have just fallen off, which is a bit of an issue. But, okay, we're going to get back to that, and we're going to see what they look like when they are finished. Additionally, during that time, I did test to see if these blocks, these petit blocks, work with nano blocks, and the answer is they do not. These blocks have much thicker pins on, and they do not line up with nano blocks at all. So if you have official nano blocks, these will not work with them. All right, let's find out what these look like at the end. Dun, 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 dun. Da-da-da! Yes, we have two wonderfully complete dinosaurs here. We have the T-Rex with the posable jaw. You can make him eat whatever you like. And we have the Pteranodon with the posable neck and posable wings on a lovely see-through base, so it looks like he's flying. Although I will say the body does seem a little bit short. I think that's probably more of a design thing to keep the balance. But there you are. I'm quite impressed at these sets, actually. You know, 100 yen, and you get your model, you get the instructions, and you get a handful of spare parts as well. And, you know, you can make whatever you want with these. It doesn't really matter if you want to make the instruction, well, guided dinosaur or anything you like. But as I said earlier, do remember these do not fit with nanoblocks. Nanoblocks will go into these, but these will not go into nanoblocks because the pegs are too large. Overall, the instructions are a little bit difficult to follow, but you know, take your time and there's no problem there. And these parts do have quite a strong grip, so these larger parts, when you push them together, do require a bit of power. Now, we did have three. We still have the old Brachiosaurus to do. So, I'm going to find out if this one follows the same theme. I think there's 4 dinosaurs in total. Maybe there was more. Can't really remember. But if these 3 are all of the same quality, then we can assume that they all are. Alright, so I'll be back when this one is finished. Ta-da! All 3 sets have been complete. Yeah, the blue one, again, comes out very nicely. It looks like the dinosaur you want it to be. The joints in the neck mean it's fully posable. You know, you can do this if you want. You can do that if you want. Anything you like. Although I will say, as I said a little bit with the Tyrannosaurus there, these blocks are quite stiff to put together. So be careful, your fingers will be a bit sore if you make 3 in one day. Also, if you make mistakes, you're going to be needing some of these to pull the pieces apart because, yeah, they're not easy to pull apart with your hands. Although you want to be careful because if you squeeze too hard, you will break the piece. So be warned. Try not to make mistakes. But, you know, overall, for 100 yen, these are exceptionally good value. You know, this cost less than half of one nanoblock set, and yet gives you 3 models that you can jumble the parts about and make whatever you want. Some of the connections are a little bit loose, like this guy's head does tend to fall off. But that's neither here nor there, you know, keep it in one place and you won't have that problem. And after 3 sets, you get this many spare parts. So even if you lose a few, it's not the end of the world. And you could always just buy a new one if you lost too many. So there you go. If you want your own tiny Lego dinosaurs that are very cheap, reasonably easy to build, I recommend going to Daiso and buying them while they are still there. These do tend to sell out very quickly. So, well, I can't recommend them enough. Well, there you are. I hope you enjoyed looking at some wonderful block dinosaurs. Thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time.